Chosen one, imagine this. A late-night government archive. Metal doors groan as they open into a dim corridor lined with locked cabinets. Inside, shelves stretch like catacombs of secrecy, boxes stamped classified, tapes marked with codes no civilian eye was ever meant to see. A lone analyst slides a tape from its case. The label reads, Incident Log, Redacted. A hush falls across the room as the machine clicks. The screen flickers alive. Static first, then movement. And in that grainy glow, not rumor, not second-hand testimony, not whispers passed between believers, recorded, captured, preserved. The Central Intelligence Agency pressed play, and the unexplainable unfolded before their trained eyes. Agents who pride themselves on skepticism, professionals conditioned to dismantle myths, suddenly froze, because the lens told the truth, and the truth was your miracle. Pause here. Do not fear the exposure. Do not shrink at the thought of surveillance. Heaven does not allow its signs to be buried forever. What men meant as secrecy, God has allowed as witness. This is not accident. This is not coincidence. This is decree. For even in the file rooms of the nations, heaven arranges its testimony. And you, chosen one, are the headline they never expected to archive. Hear the prophetic whisper in the middle of the static. When heaven writes your name, no folder can bury it. No agency can silence it. What is captured in secret will be proclaimed as proof. The tape rolls. The room leans in. And history bends because the miracle they recorded is you. Step deeper into the vault. Fluorescent lights hum overhead, buzzing like anxious insects. The air is damp, heavy with the scent of dust and electric ozone from servers that never sleep. Rows of machines blink green and red, tiny digital heartbeats keeping secrets alive in silence. A technician scrolls through encrypted logs, eyes weary from endless hours of sifting false alarms. Suddenly, the feed glitches, not error, not malfunction, but revelation. Timestamps flicker, audio spikes, and there, in the middle of a frame stamped a date and code, the impossible breathes. Analysts lean closer. Coffee cups pause midair. Pens stop scratching. In rooms built for suspicion, silence becomes the loudest voice. For what they see does not fit categories, does not obey protocols, does not collapse under logic. It simply stands, undeniable, recorded. Whispers start in the back rows. Rewind that. Click. The tape rolls back. Play it again. Click. The vision repeats. Still there. Still unshaken. Still you. They run diagnostics. Was it doctored? Was it interference? But every test only confirms. It's raw. It's real. It's unexplainable. And for the first time, professionals paid to dismantle mysteries find themselves confronted with one they cannot erase. Their charts fail. Their models crack. Their silence thickens. Because the lens of the state has confessed what human pride cannot. A miracle happened, and heaven chose to leave its fingerprint in the archives of power. Chosen one, understand this. A recording does not diminish destiny. It does not shrink the sacred into the secular. It confirms it. Proof is not competition with faith. It is the echo of heaven insisting. This is not imagination. This is evidence. Do not think exposure strips your calling. It amplifies it. Even the hidden corridors of government could not suppress the light written across your life. The tape is not your threat. It is your trumpet. Lean in. This moment is not accident. It is announcement. You will see how this recording, this classified witness, becomes not change but confirmation, not weight but wings. It is the marker that shifts you from private testimony to public proof. And what happens next? That is where your season begins. Chosen one, pause. Let the weight of this sink in. For what the world calls classified, heaven calls testimony. What governments lock behind steel, God brings into light when the appointed hour arrives. Do you not remember the words spoken long ago? What is whispered in secret will be shouted from the rooftops. What is hidden will be brought into the light. Prophecy is not vague poetry. It is the architecture of history. And when the architect moves, even the archives of nations cannot resist. This is no accident of surveillance. This is no glitch of technology. This is precedent. From the beginning, heaven has used hidden witnesses to prove divine movement. Scrolls once buried were unearthed at the right time. Letters carried in secrecy became scripture for generations. Even caves guarded words that the world was not ready to hear until the season demanded revelation. So it is with you. The recording is not exposure. It is exaltation, not a stripping away of privacy, but a confirmation of prophecy. Heaven is saying, what I have placed on you cannot be denied. I will even let the recorders of the nations preserve it, so that no skeptic may erase it. Think of the pattern. Daniel's visions were sealed, but at the time appointed, they were unsealed. The disciples spoke what rulers tried to suppress, yet the testimony multiplied. The prophets cried in wildernesses no one wanted to hear, until history itself proved them true. And now your moment mirrors theirs. The secret tape does not diminish faith. It arms it. It stands as an uninvited witness that cannot be bribed, silenced, or rewritten. The lens recorded what heaven already decreed. Do not be afraid. Do not shrink back. This is not scandal. This is seal. Your destiny has entered the archives of the mighty, not for their power, but for your proof. And here's the call. If this word burns within you, if something in your spirit recognizes that heaven is writing your name in places far beyond your reach, then you are not hearing this by accident. You are among the first chosen ones, those marked to walk in undeniable seasons where even skeptics must pause, where even rulers must whisper, something beyond us is happening here. If you feel that stirring, don't wait for another sign. Anchor it now. Click join below. Step into community with others who refuse to dismiss these moments as coincidence. This is not just a broadcast. It is a gathering, a preparation ground for those who know they're called to steward public proof with private integrity. Chosen one, this is not the time to stand alone in silence. Heaven is raising a company. The tape may have been recorded in secrecy, but your response will be public, visible, and bold. Click join. Stand counted. Walk with others who see the same handwriting of heaven across their lives. Chosen one, listen closely. The recording does not exist to shame you. It exists to seal you. When the camera caught what it should never have been able to explain, heaven was not exposing weakness. Heaven was archiving evidence. Understand what that means. Until now, your story may have sounded like rumor, testimony, or exaggeration to outsiders. But when the event is recorded in official archives, it moves from gossip to proof. Until now, doubters may have dismissed your words as imagination. But when men and women trained in analysis and suspicion cannot deny what they saw, your testimony shifts from private memory to public validation. That tape is not the end of your journey. It is the doorway to a new season. It forces rooms of power to whisper your name, not because you sought them, but because heaven positioned you in their files. And when heaven positions you, the world must eventually acknowledge it. What will follow? Not chaos, but confirmation. When such recordings surface, certain markers begin to appear. Watch for them. Respectful inquiries from people who once ignored you. They will not mock. They will request. Journalists vetted and careful, not tabloids, reaching out to confirm details. Their tone will be cautious because they sense weight. Invitations to testify, not in courts of accusation, but in forums of curiosity, healing, or leadership. Doors will open where none existed before. Sudden opportunities for service. Request to step into roles where your voice carries influence, not for entertainment, but for guidance. These are not accidents. These are signs that the recording has shifted your atmosphere. The very air around your name changes when heaven allows official witness to step into the story. Do not misinterpret the attention. It is not fame, it is framing. God is reframing your life so that what once seemed unbelievable now becomes undeniable. And with that shift comes responsibility. Think of it this way. When one clip from a classified file carries your name, you no longer move as a hidden believer. You move as living evidence. Your presence itself testifies. The tape becomes a backdrop against which your life must shine with integrity. This is why the recording is not your downfall. It is your platform, not a stage for pride, but a stage for service. Not proof of your greatness, but proof of God's hand. Chosen one, stand steady. The evidence is not against you. It is for you. The recording is not the end of your credibility. It is the beginning of heaven's undeniable validation. Chosen one, pause again and breathe. Because what happened is heavy. Yes, the recording is undeniable. Yes, the world may lean in. But this is not your invitation to chase headlines, nor is it your license to boast. This is your call to stewardship. When intelligence archives capture something they cannot explain, when file rooms preserve proof that heaven has moved, the temptation will always be to treat it as sensation, fuel for gossip, drama, or revenge. Resist that temptation. For heaven did not entrust you with evidence, so you could posture. Heaven entrusted you so you could serve. This moment is not about retaliation. It is not about silencing your critics with, "I told you so." It is not about climbing platforms or claiming thrones. This moment is about testimony, healing, and mercy. Do you see the pattern? The greater the proof, the greater the responsibility. When nations glimpse your miracle, humility must increase, not decrease. Authority grows sharpest in those who kneel lowest. So frame this clearly in your heart. You are not called to sensationalize the proof. You are called to steward it with honor. You are not called to weaponize the tape. You are called to let it become a bridge for the curious, the hurting, the hungry for truth. You are not called to chase fame. You are called to carry mercy into rooms that never expected to welcome you. Think of Joseph in Pharaoh's courts. He was not elevated for spectacle, but for stewardship. Think of Daniel in Babylon's palaces. His visions were not for applause, but for the saving of lives. And now, your moment mirrors theirs. The platform is not reward. It is responsibility. Chosen one. Your miracle on tape is heaven's way of saying, I am placing you before eyes you never imagined. Not so you can shine, but so my light can heal through you. So settle this in your spirit. This is not about sensation. It is about stewardship. This is not about exposure. It is about assignment. Your task is to carry the proof with humility, accountability, and unwavering dedication to the one who gave it. Chosen one, hear this clearly. The next days are decisive. What you do now will set the tone for how the world reads you. The recording exists. It is already in circulation among eyes that matter. And while heaven is the author, you are the steward. Your response in this window shapes the testimony for years to come. This is not the moment for panic. This is not the moment for hiding. It is the moment for intentional readiness. 3 immediate actions. Pray. Center yourself in heaven's presence. Before you answer a single question, answer to God. Prayer anchors you when the noise grows loud. Gather trusted counsel. Not everyone's advice belongs in this hour. Find the voices you know carry wisdom, integrity, and discernment. Let them help you weigh what is said and what is silent. Prepare a truthful statement. Simple, short, honest. Not speculation, not exaggeration. One paragraph that says what happened, what it means to you, and what you will focus on next. Keep it ready, because when the knock comes, you must not scramble. Chosen one, the window is live. The eyes of the world may not yet be fixed, but the lens of history already is. Every step you take in these days is amplified. Every word you speak is multiplied. Move wisely. Move prayerfully. Move humbly. For this is not merely reaction, it is preparation. Chosen one, lean in, because the recording has shifted more than circumstances. It has shifted identity. Until now, you walked as a private believer. You carried testimony in your heart. Shared it with a circle. Told it when asked. It was personal, precious, sacred, but it was also contained. Now the container has broken. The miracle is no longer only memory. It is evidence. You are not simply a witness anymore. You are living proof. That changes posture. That changes language. That changes how you walk into rooms. Because when people look at you now, they don't just see a believer, they see a sign that heaven interrupts earth, a sign that prophecy carries weight, a sign that something greater than human will is at work. So how do you carry that without pride? With declaration, with humility, with clarity. Begin to speak identity over yourself. My life is a testimony. I steward truth with humility. I carry evidence, not ego. I am proof, but God is the author. These are not slogans. They are anchors. They remind you that when eyes fix on you, the glory is not yours. It is His. Chosen one, understand, attention is not compromise. Publicity is not pollution. It only becomes dangerous if you let pride steer. But if humility leads, the spotlight becomes an altar, and your presence becomes a sermon without words. Do not run from this identity. Embrace it. Let it reframe how you walk into public spaces. Let it settle how you respond to skeptics. Let it shape how you answer with gentleness, yet firmness. For you are no longer just a believer. You are the evidence. You are not carrying proof. You are the proof. And this is not pressure. This is privilege. Chosen one, stand tall. You are living testimony, and the world cannot ignore what heaven has written on your life. Chosen one, heaven never moves without leaving footprints. If the recording is truly functioning as proof, you will not have to guess. You will see the ripples. Watch for these signs. Document them. Date them. Mark them down, because each one is a confirmation that the miracle has shifted from secrecy to platform. Accredited reporters contacting you, not tabloids chasing spectacle, but measured journalists who handle weight with care. Their questions will be slow, thoughtful, almost reverent, respectful requests from institutions, a university, a cultural center. Even a diplomatic channel may quietly send inquiries, not to trap you, but to verify. Their tone will not be aggressive, but cautious. Diplomatic whispers, a conversation passed through back channels. We have heard of this. Is it true? Such signs show that what was once hidden is circulating where leaders meet. Unexpected allies stepping forward. Someone you never thought would stand with you suddenly appears with encouragement, support, or resources. The proof has softened what pride could not. Common responses in formerly hostile spaces. Where there was mockery, there is now hesitation. Where there was ridicule, there is now silence or even curiosity. Proof disarms the spirit of scorn. Chosen one, these are not coincidences. These are measurable indicators that the tape is functioning not as a threat, but as a platform. Every respectful inquiry, every careful request, every softened tone is heaven showing you, I am at work beyond what you can see. Do not dismiss these signs as small. Collect them, record them, write them down with dates and times. For in the days to come, they will form a second testimony, a living log of how the miracle moves through channels you never touched. This is how the supernatural becomes credible. This is how faith meets evidence. And this is how your story becomes not just a private moment, but a public marker that heaven has broken into history. Chosen one, pay attention. The signs are already around you. Chosen one, moments like this cannot remain unmarked. When heaven shifts your season, the wisest thing you can do is seal it. Not with fear, not with hesitation, but with action. If this word has landed in your spirit, if you feel the weight of confirmation stirring inside you, here is the invitation. Respond. 2 simple ways. 1. Sow a $20 seed as your public sign. Tap the 3 dots beneath this video. Press Super Thanks and choose $20. That's not payment, it's statement. It says, I accept this season. I will steward this testimony. I am not shrinking back. It is a visible mark in the digital world that mirrors what heaven has already written in the spiritual one. 2. Join the company of the first chosen ones. Click Join below. This is more than a subscription. It is belonging, a place to walk with others who understand what it means to carry evidence, not just belief. A circle where you will not be mocked for your miracle, but equipped to steward it wisely. Chosen one, hear me. This is not pressure. This is permission. You are free to pass by, but you're also free to step in. When heaven confirms a word with evidence, the wisest thing you can do is align yourself with it. Do not leave this moment unsealed. Do not let hesitation rob you of the mantle extended to you now. Press Super Thanks and sow your seed. Click Join and stand counted among those who refuse to call this coincidence. Seal the moment. Mark the testimony. Step into your season. Chosen one, let's speak plainly for a moment. Inspiration is powerful, but wisdom protects. When miracles intersect with institutions, it is vital to carry not just faith, but also caution. If any real agency, office, or official ever contacts you, verify identity. Do not assume every voice or email is genuine. Scammers exploit excitement. Confirm through official channels before you reply. Consult legal counsel. Never walk into meetings or share details without wise advisors. Counsel is not lack of faith. It is stewardship. Protect your safety. Do not reveal private addresses, schedules, or sensitive details to strangers. Guard your circle. Equally important, do not share classified material. If any document, file, or recording is truly restricted, it is not your calling to publish or replicate it. Do not speculate about intelligence findings. Guessing at motives or methods can entangle you in confusion or even danger. Stay with what you know, your testimony. Never attempt to obtain or leak official recordings. That path is not faith. It is folly. You're not called to hack, impersonate, or chase secrets. Instead, walk humbly. Cooperate with lawful processes. Prioritize mercy and truth above spectacle. Your miracle does not need a legal amplification. It carries its own weight. Remember this. Heaven does not require you to break earthly laws to prove its authority. Obedience and integrity are your shield. By honoring both God and rightful order, you remain untouchable by misrepresentation. Chosen one, carry this mantle with reverence. Protect yourself. Protect others. Steward the proof in a way that honors both heaven and earth. That is how the testimony multiplies without harm. Chosen one, another layer of stewardship is this: how you tell the story. Because when attention arrives, people will ask, some with curiosity, some with skepticism, some with hidden motives. You cannot control their questions, but you can control your answers. So here's a safe, simple testimony framework. 1 sentence, what happened? State the miracle simply, without exaggeration. I experienced something I know was beyond human explanation, and it changed my life. 1 sentence. How it changed you. Not drama, not speculation, transformation. Since that day, I carry more peace, more courage, and more faith. 1 sentence, what you will do next. Anchor in service and humility. My focus now is to live with integrity, help others, and let my life testify through love. That's it. 3 sentences. No speculation about agencies. No theories about why it was recorded. No accusations. Truthful, concise, honorable. Tone guidance. Calm, not frantic. Humble, not defensive. Brief, not endless. Refuse the temptation to overshare. The moment you step beyond your lane, others may twist your words. But when you stay within testimony, you remain untouchable. If pressed for more detail, repeat the 3 sentences. If mocked, bless and move on. If honored, stay grounded. Let your consistency speak louder than speculation. Remember, your goal is not to prove heaven. It already proved itself. Your goal is to steward the proof with wisdom. Chosen one, this script is not weakness. It is wisdom. It gives you freedom to speak without fear of entanglement. Keep it ready. Practice it aloud. Let it become second nature. Because when microphones appear, when reporters lean in, when whispers circle, your testimony will shine most not through how much you say, but through how clearly, humbly, and truthfully you live. Chosen one, after all the images, after all the signs, after all the counsel, we must end where all true authority begins, in prayer. Close your eyes. Still your spirit. Let these words cover you like a mantle. Father of light, keeper of secrets, and revealer of truth, I lift this chosen one before you. Surround them with wisdom when questions come. Clothe them with discernment when invitations arrive. Guard their steps from manipulation and misrepresentation. Let their words be few, but filled with weight. Let their silence carry peace that no critic can shake. I pray protection over their name, that slander would dissolve, that plots would fail, that traps would collapse before they are ever set. May their life remain hidden in your hand, even as their testimony shines before nations. I ask for favor with truth-tellers. Let them find journalists who honor accuracy. Let them meet officials who value integrity. Let their story pass not through hands of mockery, but through channels of respect. I ask that the recorded miracle will become more than proof. It would become healing. May those who watch it feel faith stir. May skeptics soften. May the wounded find courage again. May chains break, not by spectacle, but by the weight of your presence carried in this evidence. Chosen one, hear this commission. You are not fragile. You are not alone. You are not unprepared. You are appointed. You are covered. You are sent. Walk with confidence, but also with humility. Do not chase the spotlight. Let the light chase you. Do not crave applause. Let service be your reward. Do not fear the attention, for you are not standing in your own strength, but in the decree of heaven. Now, seal this moment in 3 ways. Type amen in the comments, a public seal of agreement with this prayer. Click join. Stand with the first chosen ones, a company rising not in pride but in humility, not in secrecy but in undeniable proof. Press super thanks. Sell your $20 seed and declare, I accept this season. I will steward this testimony with integrity. Chosen one, the world may have archived your miracle, but heaven authored it. And when heaven writes, no agency can erase. Walk forward. Your steps are history. Your life is evidence. Your breath is prophecy fulfilled. Amen.